all the shows coming up. Hopefully you guys have seen the brochures. If not, check those out. You'll see all the different productions that are coming up this season. We can go to the next slide. Mr. Willis.
Yeah, there are, when you're, is this working? I think it's working. Yeah. What you can expect from being a part of shows, it is a really wonderful experience. It establishes a sense of community quite like no other. We do not do your typical school play. We do set the bar very high and expect a lot of the kids. We truly believe that teenagers and all of your kiddos are capable of really wonderful things, and we expect that of them. And I promise it is worth the extra effort to put in to achieve that. That being said, it teaches invaluable lessons in time management and planning. Being able to achieve all of your homework with a growing rehearsal schedule and plan ahead and communicate with your teachers.
Next slide, please. Trips. Excellent. Next slide. Excited to announce that we will be returning to the Broadway Student Summit this year. This is new information for pretty much everybody. February 14th through the 16th. We will get to do 6 workshops in New York City, get to see Moulin Rouge, and we will be accepting applications for that soon. It's a very small group that we take to these. But pricing is TBA. We'll get that out to you as soon as we get the final numbers back on that. Next slide.
As every year, we will be traveling to the International Thespian Festival, formerly in Lincoln, Nebraska. This year, it will be returning to Indiana University Bloomington, so much closer for us. We are having Guys and Dolls adjudicated, so if you don't know what that means, we will essentially be getting it judged. And if given the opportunity, we will take that show to the International Thespian Festival to present it to all of these thousands of other high schools. That opportunity is open to anybody who would like to go, cast, crew, or not. And we will go whether or not Guys and Dolls is adjudicated from the festival. It is the last week of June. There are literally, I think, over 100 probably of workshops offered throughout the week in the performing arts. Juniors will have the opportunity to do college auditions and scholarship auditions for seniors, and see all kinds of theater put on by high schoolers just like you from across the country who love theater just as much as you do.
And I believe at the Star Booster session, you guys got a contact directory. Really encourage you guys to use that throughout the year. Refer to that. That will help you get questions answered the fastest way possible. There's a lot of moving parts of this program, and Mr. Willis and I try our best to respond to things as quickly as we can. But sometimes even we don't have the answers because we're really fortunate to have been able to delegate a lot of things to a lot of people. So I just really encourage you guys to utilize that. And it'll help communication go nice and quickly and smoothly. Also, if you have not done so, we'll be sending out this slideshow, so you don't have to panic and get your phone out right now. But I encourage you guys to join the group Remind for the department, so be sure to do that. And I believe out at the sponsorship table, you guys heard a little bit about how funding for our program works. I'm not going to go back into all those details, but basically we rely very heavily on our community, almost exclusively on our community, in order to be able to provide all of the opportunities that we do for your students. And it's a big group effort. So thinking about what we have coming up right now as we go into this really big season, we could use all of the support that you guys are able to give in terms of helping to push those corporate sponsorships and bring sponsors in to help us out in that capacity, and also ticket sales. We still have season tickets on sale, and we have Oliver and Guys and Dolls up on sale right now as well. So encourage your friends and family to get out and get their seats early, and that will ultimately help your kids. New tonight, we are putting some Floyd Central Theater Arts swag on sale online, so check that out. Lots of great shirts and apparel items, so that will be available to you tonight, and Tracy Hebert will be in the back with a flyer if you want to catch one of those. And encourage you guys to check out the Floyd Central Theater Arts Handbook, the syllabus for your particular class, as well as be sure that anytime you fill out a form, you sign something, make sure that you are reading that so you do understand all the expectations. And totally understand that, especially when you're new to this, there's a lot of information. If you are trying to figure out how we do something or maybe why we do something, a great place to start is the handbook, which is available on our website. It's also available on Google Classroom as well, so check that out. And know that we do take accountability very seriously. So we have policies, we have a code of conduct, and we do enforce that. We also are really big on preserving the time that we have for the students to be as cell phone free as possible. So in class, in many of our classes, students stow their cell phones during the period, and we also avoid a lot of phone usage during rehearsals and of course during shows as well. And do be sure to take a look at that social media policy and encourage every parent to have a conversation with their students about how to properly represent themselves and Floyd Central Theater Arts when they are online, because what we do outside of these walls reflects the program here inside. Something that we are doing new for beginning with Guys and Dolls, and this is something that we've kind of been in the works for a while, and we're ready to start implementing this, is called a Conscious Community Card. And this is something that is a way to just kind of help our students be aware of the commitment that they've made to the community of the show, and to just kind of reflect on how they are doing that. And this is not in response to anything that has been going poorly or anything like that. It's actually, we have had some of the best rehearsals ever this week. Incredible focus and incredible, yeah, give yourself a round of applause. Just be loud now. And so just understand, kids, this is not like you guys have been really bad, so we have to implement this new thing. That is not what this is at all. This is something that we've been kind of contemplating as we try to figure out the best way to support you guys and to support the show and to hold you accountable when needed. But basically what it is it's kind of a reflection card if a student does break a policy, a minor policy for the show. So like they're late, or they are being excessively distracted in rehearsal, or something like that. They would get this card. It's just kind of like a little reflection on this is kind of the impact that I was having on the community. This is what I'm going to kind of do differently to build the community up next time. Sign it at home with your parent. Bring it back the next day at school, and just a learning opportunity, move on, and just a time to reflect. If a student does get 3 of those during a production, though, we do have to do a parent-teacher-student conference to just kind of make sure that the student understands the expectations and that kind of thing moving forward. So again, it should be something that I think our students will actually appreciate, because for so many of our students are super focused on what we do here, and this is just an opportunity to kind of make sure that we're all kind of accountable to the same standards and that kind of thing. And this is something that Mr. Willis is adopting as well, so across the board it will be in use.
You can check out Floyd Central Theater Arts on our many social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hop on there to find all kinds of fun updates of what we're doing, as well as our Facebook events for the shows. And I always encourage folks to share our events, invite all of your Facebook friends to come to our shows as well. It's a wonderful marketing tool for us. We really want to start directing folks directly to our Floyd Central Theater Arts website, which is floydcentraltheater.org. It is our one-stop shop for all things Floyd Central Theater, including student-parent resources, which there you will find all the resources from tonight's performance, as well as anything that your student would need involving production or other. General info can be found there. You can get the link to purchase tickets, audition info, buy photos of your kids from shows, information on how to be a sponsor and where to direct people if they would like to sponsor, any news updates, and you have a link to our Floyd Central Theater Master Calendar.
All right, want to introduce, for the very last thing that we're doing here this evening, our thespian president and vice president, Raven Prentice and Emily North. They're going to come share a little bit about the International Thespian Society.
All right, hi, my name is Raven Prentice. I am Troop President.
Hi, Raven.
Oh, I'm Emily North. I am the Troops Vice President.
Do we get fancy slides or we just... There we go, okay. So, Mr. Willis briefly talked about Thespian Festival. And I personally, I've only gone once, but I love Thespian Festival because there's so many different kinds of shows there. You have like very strange plays that are actually amazing, and all of these great musicals and the workshops. Like there's workshops for everything. There's tech, acting, makeup. I don't know if you could think of it. It's probably there. That's how much there is to do. Juniors, they have auditions for colleges, which is awesome. I'm doing that this year, and then seniors can audition for scholarships. Emily.
So, this year we will be taking a group to the State Thespian Conference. I can speak, I promise. Which is kind of like ITF, but smaller. It is just for the state of Indiana. And yeah, it's a mini thespian festival. We haven't really attended it in a while, so we're just gonna show and be like, hey guys, we're still here. We love you, Indiana. It's all held in the state, and a small delegation will go up with Mr. Steiner.
All right, okay. So many students do so many amazing things in this program, and we have a system that rewards them for doing that. So we have a system called the Thespian Point System, and this way students can receive Thespian Points for doing activities and being like board members, like that sort of thing. So there's a little bit more on Thespian Points on the next slide. Yep, there we go. Okay, so students do earn points for every Floyd Central Theater Arts activity they do. So attending a movie night, you get a certain amount of points for that. There's a point system where it's like some you get more than others depending on what they are. So for movie night, you get maybe 2 points or something. Being a board member, you get a certain amount of points. Being in a show, you get points depending on what your part in that show was. And then ushering, all of those sorts of things, your kid can get points. And then at our banquet we have at the end of each year, if you have 12 points, that's correct, right? I did it. Okay, if you have 12 points, you can get inducted into our Thespian Society. And there's this whole little induction process. You raise your right hand. I did my left my freshman year. I was not correct. But then you do an oath, and you get inducted, and it's fun. And yeah.
A fancy certificate.
Yeah, well, and a certificate, I guess. Do you want to talk about banquet?
Thespian banquet. Imagine putting all the thespians in one room. It is amazing. Oh my gosh. It's basically just a recap of the whole year. Yeah, it's literally thespian prom. It's amazing. You dress up. You just get to eat with your friends. The bread rolls are so good. If you want to get hyped for anything, get hyped for the bread rolls. Yeah, and it's a nice dinner. There will be entertainment. Sometimes Mr. Steiner picks out people to perform stuff, or last year we just kind of did a song from each show. And there's awards. There's the Peggy Sawyer Award,
Yes.
which we both won. Yeah, and that's for the incoming freshman who has shown the most effort and has really brought a lot to the table. There's Best Actress in a Musical. It's like the mini Tonys. But
It is the Tonys.
yeah, it's the Tonys. Tonys are our favorite. There you go. There's a year in review video where we just kind of recap, and then after the year in review, we all go out into the rotunda, which if you don't know what that is, it's when you go from the spine, and there's that big thing where you walk into the school,
circle,
and we dance. And every single year we do the Cotton Eye Joe, and it's amazing. Definitely come.
Learn the Cotton Eye
It is
Joe.
so much fun.
Oh, look, I can talk about this. Okay, so back to the whole Thespian Point thing, and once you get inducted. So once you get inducted, there are different levels to show how much you've done or how many points you've had. So it gets higher and higher and higher. So honors bar is the first level. So you get inducted, and then you get a certificate for that. And then if you have a certain amount, is it 40-ish?
It's 160 for honors bar, it is 120 for national, and 180
Yeah.
for international.
So it sounds scary and like big numbers, but I'm a junior and I'm already at I'm in nationals. I think I don't have that much more to do international. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But if you are very active in the community and in this process, you can get up to international pretty quickly. And then best thespian is the senior with the most thespian points gets this like cool certificate to show how active they've been here and how much they've done. I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
One really quick other note about Banquet is it is for the entire family. Parents really encourage you guys to come out and enjoy that evening. It's a great way to celebrate, even if your kid is like, no, don't come to that. You should come, because it's a lot of fun. It's really great. It's really great. Good. I really want to say a big thank you to our boosters, everyone that was involved in getting this evening organized. Let's give a round of applause. Hopefully you all are leaving here well informed and excited about being a part of our community this coming year. If you have any questions at all over the coming year, please do not hesitate to reach out. And if there's anything that Mr. Willis or myself can be doing to support your individual student, we are here for them. That is what we are doing here. That's why we are educators. So please engage in the community and engage with us. And we promise that we're going to do everything that we can to help your kid have a fantastic time in theater at Floyd Central. Yes, Raven?
Can I say something before we go?
Yes.
All right, okay, so I just want to say, because I met a lot of your children today, and they are awesome. And I'm not an apprentice or anything, so I don't get to see them if they're in intro class or anything, but I'm like really excited to get to know all of them, and I'm just really excited for this year, and I'm happy you guys are all here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you around.